In an absolutely shocking turn of events, the Minnesota Wild get eliminated from the Stanley Cup playoffs by the Colorado Avalanche. Who could have seen that coming? I had to give myself a day to process because I didn't like my initial thoughts that were coming to my mind. I thought they were a bit mean, and they're not toward the Colorado Avalanche. They're toward the Minnesota Wild. Shout out to everybody on the last video in the comments that broke the news to me that the Wild got eliminated by the Avalanche. I had no idea. We didn't think that was probably going to happen. But yeah, the Wild are dead. Yay, we won in the first round. Cool, sweet. Don't care. But where do the Wild go from here? Well, there's not many places they can go. So I guess let's talk through it. Welcome back to the Social Network. My name is Brevin Bain. Yes, this is primarily a Vikings show, and yes, we will be talking about the Vikings 2026 schedule very soon. That got released yesterday as of the recording of this. But we were in the Stanley Cup playoffs. The Wild were in there. They actually won a round by the grace of God for the first time in 11 years, which hang the banner. Yeah, but we will be getting to Vikings talk definitely in the next video since the Wild season is over. We'll give them a bit of a break, but let's tie a bow on the Wild's just spectacular season. I mean, all in all, it was a good season by Wild standards, which aren't that high. Yeah, it's cool they won a series in the playoffs, and that's a great step, I guess, into your so-called legitimacy. I am very excited about the future for the Wild, specifically this 3 to 5 year window they have with Prime Kirill and hopefully getting Quinn Hughes extended. But yeah, as far as the Wild's offseason goes, I mean, big decisions to make. Obviously, Quinn Hughes, hopefully he'll sign an extension and stay here long term. But you've got some pending free agents that you got to make some decisions on. You've got restricted free agents like Michael McCarron, Bobby Brink, Carson Lambos is technically a restricted free agent. Got to see what you want to do with him if you believe in his trajectory as far as his future goes. Then unrestricted free agents, you got names like Matt Zuccarello, Vladimir Tarasenko, Nick Foligno, Marcus Johansson, which, to be honest, all of them can go. I like Vladimir Tarasenko, but we thought going into last year, okay, if Vlad gets 20 goals or 15 goals, cool, thank you, and he broke 20 by a couple actually, so that was pretty awesome. But do you bank on him doing that again? We got to get younger, we got to get faster. Tarasenko wasn't much of a factor in the playoffs, especially the second round. Matt Zuccarello is the other one. He's very much getting up there in age. How much do you take into consideration how much Kirill Kaprizov wants to play with Mats? Because like I said, he's an unrestricted free agent, and we could be seeing Kirill without Zuki for the first time in his career in terms of being on the same team, obviously. And Matt Zuccarello is a big part of why Kirill Kaprizov is the player that he is in the NHL nowadays. But yeah, that interesting decision to make there. As far as the dudes on the roster that you got to make decisions on, do you trade Ryan Hartman? Do you trade Jared Spurgeon? I don't think the Wild would. I might be wrong. I don't know if the Wild would trade Jared Spurgeon. Jacob Middleton, just an absolutely horrific, especially second round in the playoffs. Don't know if you can re-up on that. Or not re-up, but somehow find a trade partner to take on that money, because I think he's got 3 more years in Minnesota. So, and I could be wrong on that number, but yeah, I'm not. And I liked Middleton. When he first got here, the Middleton and Spurgeon pairing was really good, but yeah, that's deteriorated a little bit. But yeah, you obviously know Hughes and Faber. If you extend Quinn Hughes, you have one of, if not the best defensive pairings in hockey. Um, I'll be nice and just say one of, because Brock Faber, breakout year. I mean, we knew he had it in him, but Quinn Hughes really brought it out when he came into Minnesota. And yeah, as far as the series against the Avalanche goes, like again, like not shocked. I made a video where I said the Minnesota Wild aren't dead yet, and that's because that was a fact at the time. They were down 2-1. And it turns out that they ended up being dead because they kind of just rolled over and died. Um, Especially in Game 5. You 3 goals in the first period, 3-0 lead, and you don't score again, and you blow that lead entirely, allow 2 goals within the last 5 or 6 minutes of the third period, losing overtime pretty quickly after the puck drops. Kirill Kaprizov not taking that shot that led to the breakout for the Avs to go down and win it. That one sucks. I'm not saying it was a grade A opportunity, but for Kirill to not take that shot and instead force that pass, it's like, man, you're making, you weren't making 17 mil a year technically until now, but we committed all this money to you, like you got to be taking that shot. And it seemed like the Wild have had this problem honestly as long as Kirill's been here, and like especially that top line when Kirill and Zuccarello are together. Yes, it works obviously a good amount of the time because they're two really good hockey players and their chemistry is on another level, but just the overpassing, just not taking the shot. Kirill had 0 shots on goal in Game 5. Like, that's just purely unacceptable. He did have an assist, technically, and he also, like, as of right now, is still second in the playoffs in total points. So I'm not saying Kirill wasn't a factor at all, but the disappearing act in Game 5 was a little disappointing for sure. Yeah, Wild have some decisions to make. I didn't even bring up Philip Gustafson. I think now after the playoffs, it's hard to say that Jesper Wallstedt isn't your goalie one going forward. Do you find a trade partner? Like, does Edmonton call about Gus? And even the one game that Gus played in the playoffs, like I know he wasn't good to end the year. I'm not saying he was good when he played in Game 2 against Colorado, and that's the only game he played in the entire postseason. But like he wasn't completely unserviceable. He let in 2 pretty bad ones, but the other 2 goals were on the power play, if I'm not mistaken. And he did allow like 4 goals on 18 shots technically, so it doesn't look good. But he locked in for a good part of that game. I think we overreacted a little bit to his play there, but it's pretty obvious that Wally is probably your guy going forward, which is weird because last offseason you paid Philip Gustafson, so that's awkward. But yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if they ran it back unless they got an offer for Philip that they couldn't refuse, and I wouldn't be completely against it, to be honest. I do like Gus. I think over the course of the regular season, I think it was pretty obvious that Philip Gustafson was the better goalie. And people are going to rewrite history because Wally played well and had a good end of the year and Gus didn't. But Gus was the better, over the course of most of the regular season, was the better goalie. Wally eventually overtook him in like save percentage and everything right at the end of the year. But yeah, that's still a really good goalie tandem to have. And I don't know if Minnesota will want to give that up. And a lot of it depends on how confident are we that we're going to extend Quinn Hughes, because your 2-year real cup window that you're in this in-between zone of is Quinn going to be here long term, is he not, just turned into 1 year. And you need to get that extension done this offseason. So there might be some decisions made based off of that. But yeah, I could see the Wild just going ahead and keeping their goaltending unit as it is. But I wouldn't be shocked if Gus got moved. I wouldn't be particularly against it either. But yeah, that's about it. Again, shocker, the Wild eliminated by the Avalanche. we knew it was coming. We just got a little excited when they showed signs of life in Game 3, and that was it. But we will see you guys next time. We will be talking about the Vikings, what you're here for. We will be talking about the Minnesota Vikings, swear to God. In the next video, we're going to talk about the schedule. So I will see you guys next time. Appreciate you. Appreciate the people in the comments that let me know that the Wild got eliminated by the Avalanche. I had no idea. Now I'm educated up, and I was able to make this video, so thank you to them. And we'll see you next time.